Oh, hello, Brian.
Hello. Cheers, Amber.
Cheers it.
Cheers.
Clinkety. It doesn't make the
I-
sound.
Is that the noise it makes?
I don't want to touch it to my computer. That's too much wetness right over the top of it. This was way too expensive.
How much was your brand new fancy computer?
Too much. More than I had. More than I had. And it was the tiniest one. If you ever wonder why I'm sitting so close, it's so I can see the tiny screen.
That's beautiful, Amber. That's beautiful. And didn't you buy it like right after you got laid off from a big corporate job?
Yeah, so we could start doing this.
Good timing. Good
Thank you.
timing.
That's what credit cards are for, right?
I mean, it's the American way. 100%. You don't have the money, put it on a card. You can pay for it or not. I usually choose to pay for it, but you don't have to.
What sucks is, they're still underemployed, so the paying off the card part is going different than I thought it might.
Is it going to become like an option?
To pay it off someday, bit by bit, bit by bit.
Minimum payments are usually accepted. Usually.
Brian, people are watching us. Hey, y'all. I'm Amber Parker,
I'm Brian Taylor.
and this is a Hillbilly Happy Hour.
Yes.
We do a show, a morning show at lunchtime, and we go live. And we thought, you know what? We could drink with y'all if we did it a little bit later.
Yeah, because I mean, it's not appropriate to drink during the day. Although, I mean, we've worked with some people that do or have
Look,
because it's past
appropriate.
tense.
It depends on what you're drinking where. It's the time and place, right? So
Usually.
Rick, I put up a question. Uh what concert is on y'all's Christmas list? So Rick wants to go see Cody Johnson.
And he's not lying. I know Rick personally. He is a
That's
Cody
uh
Johnson fanatic.
that's a solid choice. I support
And I'm
that,
sure
Rick.
he's probably drinking tonight too. He's probably drinking Coors, more than likely Coors Light.
All
He is
right.
a Coors Light drinker.
Cheers to that.
Yes.
What are you drinking?
Jack.
I'm
Jack
drinking
drinking soda.
Jack.
Yeah. I mean, it's delicious. I mean, it's been good to me for a lot of years.
All right. All right. Let's see. Robert says hello. Hi, Robert. Thank you for joining in on a Wednesday night as we just drank. Brian said, "What do you want to talk about?" I said, "Drinking."
I mean, it's
Drinking.
what most people do at the end of the day.
Lacey wants to go see Pink.
Why would you want to see that?
Because she puts, like, Pink took over, like, where Garth Brooks stopped with the swinging over the crowd and the excitement of the show. Like, Pink kind of, like, picked
So
that.
I don't need all that movement. I don't. I really don't. I came there for you to play a song on stage and you play it well. That's what I came for. I'll drink, you entertain by singing on
Brandy
stage.
Brandy Carlisle is going with her, so Brandy Carlisle is kind of country.
Okay, so I could probably go see her and then leave before Pink comes on. And then I could beat the traffic getting
Look,
out of there.
you can't deny it. Pink's a great singer. Pink's a great singer. You
I
know that
mean,
she is. Pink can sing.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
she
mean, I
can.
did like her with Kenny Chesney.
See? There you go. There you go. Pink is bomb.
Calm down, Bridget. Calm down.
Cold bullets. He's drinking the Coors.
Of course he is. Damn right he is.
Oh, and Pat Benatar. That's right. I did hear that.
Does she listen to country music at all? I mean, does she know that we're on a country music page?
I think she knows some country singers from Dancing with the Stars.
Well,
Look,
at least
fine.
she's here watching.
That's
That's all that
right.
matters.
That's what counts. That's what counts. All right. So you wanted to talk about ticket prices. I'm obviously not going to any concerts in the near future because I can't afford it.
I mean, what happened? What happened to the cheap seats being cheap seats?
I mean,
What happened to that?
I thought they were expensive before. I always thought like $50 was too much for the cheap seats, but now that does seem cheap.
I mean, because what is on average ticket prices for like the big artists are going for what, $200 and up for cheap seats.
That's average for
I
the
mean, it
cheap
seems like
seat.
if we're like a bigger level artist,
I looked up Shania tickets.
how much? How much?
Nosebleeds to like 27 to 240,
See
depending on which
what
nosebleed section you're in.
for?
So expensive.
I I don't get it. So the Taylor Swift like debacle that's been going on, and I get it's like her first show in like however many years. And I will say I'm marking myself safe that I did not want tickets to her show anyway, much less I couldn't afford it. And who can?
Don't
Because I
act like
guess
you don't act like you wouldn't go to a Taylor Swift show.
if the tickets were given to me, yes, I would probably go. But the point is, Ticketmaster, their website went to crap, literally crashed. People waiting for hours, and as they're waiting, like in the ticket holds to buy the tickets, they would see the tickets pop up for resale for as much as $22,000.
What?
$22,000 for one ticket.
How is one
Who?
ticket?
Who is buying that?
How?
I mean, how much was your vehicle brand new?
$22,000.
Who the
Uh,
hell? Who?
and I wouldn't be able to drive that Taylor Swift ticket for very long.
And could you imagine buying two tickets because you have to go with somebody? I mean, unless you're going to sit there by yourself because that's all you had in your savings. But I mean,
Mm-mm.
that'd be a $45,000 date night.
I wouldn't be able to do it. All right, let's
It
see.
it
Rick
makes me
says
painful.
Garth is doing the residency. Yeah, Garth's doing a residency. Do we know how much those tickets are going to be yet? Are those going to
Expensive,
be?
very, very expensive.
Can't afford nothing.
Oh, it makes my stomach hurt.
What are y'all drinking? Robert, what are you drinking? I don't think we quizzed him yet. Rick's drinking Coors. Bridget, what are you drinking?
And I can
Casey,
almost
what are
bet
you drinking?
Rick is probably drinking a 12 pack at the minimum. At the minimum.
I went back and forth. I decided on Jack, but I've got this. There's a place that makes whiskey here in the little town that I live in. And it's called Yellow Whiskey, Yella. Yellow Whiskey, and it's yummy. But I
Oh,
decided to go with
you see
Jack.
what Robert said?
Garth said the cheapest ticket would be $350.
See, that
Oh,
doesn't feel cheap to me.
oh, that hurts my soul.
And I feel like, country music is going for the working class. Are they trying to take their entire paycheck?
I mean, that's a good chunk of a paycheck for sure. Robert says he's not much of a drinker. You know what? I'm impressed that you can handle us then, Robert. So thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Because you know how it's, when you're sober and then drunk people
Yeah, they're
aren't.
irritating.
Yeah. Yeah. Bridget was drinking beer.
What kind of beer?
She drinks sours.
What the
She's
hell are
one
those?
like she's a bougie beer, like a craft beer.
Okay. Okay. I guess I
About
can
to,
maybe go for that.
about to open up some sangria. Look at that. That's a play-by-play right there.
But that's still too bougie.
Robert says we're not annoying. We're funny. Thank you.
We love you too.
Thank you.
And did you see how much Tyler Childers tickets are going for?
Yeah, watch this. Look at that. You see that? 243 up to $3,500. 243 up to $3,500.
Just ruining dreams. Ruining dreams.
That's so much. Okay, so I know inflation and everything, right? But
That's a little much.
how much do things inflate? How
And
are
then,
people gonna
oh,
go?
George Strait in Nashville, front row, on the floor. One ticket, $3,000.
All right. Who's going to those shows and paying that money?
And that's not counting the beverages. The adult beverages, I mean, that's like another mortgage payment.
And He's not playing everywhere. He's playing select cities, so it's likely that you might not exactly live in that city.
Oh, so then you have to buy tickets, travel, get a hotel,
Mhm.
also pay for food because you got to eat,
Mhm.
and then again the drinks.
Mhm.
Good God,
I
I
mean,
feel like I'm gonna have to drink a lot more at home, a lot more. I don't even know if my liver can handle this.
where are you drinking other than home?
I mean, sometimes I like to go out and drink among people because
So
then I don't feel like an alcoholic at the house.
when you're hosting the karaoke, you hosting karaoke tomorrow night?
I am. It's going to be so damn cold too. I hope people come out in it. I really do. It's going to be cold. And then they want me out there till midnight now.
It's supposed to be cold here too. I mean, not your cold, but here cold.
But it's cold enough. I mean, y'all got the humidity mixed with the cold, and humidity with the cold makes it even
It's
worse.
cold. It hurts.
Like, oh, yeah, it's painful. It's very painful.
After I called them out on video, my nephews rode their bull tonight.
You made them feel guilty.
They
You
watch our
made
lives.
her kids feel guilty. That's what you, now you're a bad aunt. You
Mm,
pressured them into playing with something that they don't even want to play with.
I didn't pressure that. I didn't even know it was happening.
But I feel like you pressured them
No, I didn't.
just a little.
I
You made
was
them
just
feel guilty
admitting
about not
my
playing
I
with your
was just
toy.
admitting my own failure. I
But I mean,
wasn't
you got them a
pressuring.
toy. You just got them a toy they didn't want to play with.
So this is a solid question. Wait, what's going on here? All right, so if you're just joining us,
Yeah, because she watches us usually in the morning on our morning show.
so we do a morning show at noon and talk about country music and stupid shit. And we thought, let's try it at drinking time. So we don't have anything prepared because we already did that today, but we didn't make a drink. So we thought we would drink
I
and
mean, we could make a drink because I mean we don't have a boss to really answer to, but I mean we don't think it's appropriate to drink in the middle of the day.
I'm trying not to. I
We're
try to
trying to be
wait till at least 3:30.
responsible drinkers. Yes.
Try yeah.
There's a
I,
time
there's a time.
after 3.
So that's right, Izzy. This is a happy hour. I mean, we're probably not gonna hang out for an hour, but we're drinking. We're talking about concerts we want to see, can't afford to go
And
see.
talking about how expensive they are.
That's
Because
right.
again, how do concert tickets get so high? How? Again, I know you brought up the inflation part because that's a real
I
thing. I
mean,
mean, it's hard to buy milk at the store, but concert tickets, I mean, good God.
everything's high. Cheers.
And I'm not putting this on the artists because this isn't the artists that are causing the ticket prices. Has nothing to do with them.
Solid choice, Izzy. Izzy wants to go see George Strait.
And we are. Izzy and all of us, we actually got tickets for the show in Denver because she lives in Denver,
There
and we
you go.
bought $300 tickets basically, and we're way
Woo.
in the back. We're way in the back. We're a football field away from the damn stage,
Oof.
but we're gonna be there. By God, we're gonna be there. It's painful.
I miss the days like we played that throwback video with Luke Combs the other day where he was talking about seeing Eric Church before Eric Church was, Eric Church. And tickets were $10
With the CD.
with the CD. You got the album and a show for $10.
And that wasn't even that long ago. I mean, technically, when you're
And
looking
it
at like the
was.
scale of the time of when concert tickets have been on sale, because I remember seeing George Strait tickets from a guy I used to work with at a station, and he bought them for like $10 back in the day. $10 George Strait tickets, and they were good seats.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there was a time when you could go see cheap concerts.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I want to say the last cheap concert that I got tickets for was Sammy Kershaw. He played in some little downtown, and I think my tickets were
I
$15.
love Sammy Kershaw, queen of
So
my
good.
double wide trailer. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
good shit.
It was good.
And of course, every time I hear that song, I want to go get a double wide trailer. I mean, they're nice. Have you seen how nice they are?
They're expensive too now, because I couldn't talk Bridget into it, but when we were looking to buy a house, I just wanted to see what all the options were.
I mean, but they're not as much as a Taylor Swift ticket.
Yes, they're much more than a Taylor Swift ticket.
Not much more. Let's be real.
No, yes, they are. You can get a trailer for the low price of $100,000, and I'm not joking.
Almost surprised if a Taylor Swift.
Oh, she saw El King in her hometown for $30. Got to hang at this. My sister in law.
I do like El Kane.
She got to hang out with El King at the bowling alley afterwards too.
I haven't been bowling in so long.
We need to hang out at more bowling alleys.
I love bowling alleys. Well, I mean, I love the bowling alleys of our time.
They're not
You
like
know,
that
when
anymore.
they smelled like, horrible smoke and
It's
alcohol
not
and
like that. It's
bad
like
decisions.
it's black lights and alcohol and order on the screen. You
Well,
remember when you had to keep
that's not
score
fun.
yourself at bowling?
Does it do it for you now?
How old are you? Yes, it does it for you now.
Hey, bro, I lived in small town Texas. I mean, we were lucky to have a bowling alley.
My hometown had a bowling alley, and they were able to upgrade to machines that kept score for you because my grandma wouldn't go every time. So if she didn't go, we couldn't keep score.
I was
Nobody
surprised when I
else.
went to your hometown and y'all had a Walmart.
That didn't come till after I graduated college.
It's funny how Walmart has literally found every town in America and they found themselves a spot to put up a store.
Why wouldn't they? And around where I'm from, if there's not a Walmart, there's a Casey's General Store, which is tied to Walmart.
Is it?
It's one of the Walmart family.
Oh, of course it is.
hmm
So they have
hmm
like decoy stores that you're not really sure if it is Walmart, but it still is.
No, they're gas stations, but
But the money's still going to the family, right?
you get pretty much everything you need in a tiny little town that doesn't have a Walmart. Sonia said she saw Lainey Wilson for free. That's awesome.
I love me some Lainey Wilson.
I saw Lainey Wilson for free. I love her. She's great. I like that middle finger song. You know what I'm talking about?
I like all of her music. And now her acting, come on. I feel like she's like this generation's Reba. She's gonna be like big in music and in acting.
And she's got that kind of personality.
Oh yeah, and I'll take it. I'll take it.
Rick says, "Hey, me and Brian would fly to Jamaica for a Peter Cetera concert."
He had to bring that up.
What does that mean, Brian? What does that mean,
No,
Brian?
he loves Peter. Loves him. He's that guy who sings that damn Karate Kid song, whatever, I think.
What?
Rick is a big fan. Loves
Okay.
him. He thinks he's the best artist on earth.
Okay.
I
And you,
I, I don't. I
and you,
don't.
okay, and you don't. That's a great story. Okay. Robert said I saw him work a wallet for free, but that's because my sister had an extra ticket last minute. Well,
I
that's
love last
lucky.
minute tickets.
That's lucky. I know. And it's fun to surprise people sometimes with a last minute ticket. It's annoying when people ask and you don't have tickets, but it's fun when you have an extra pair and you're like, "Oh, I think so and so would dig that." Sonia, are you talking about Morgan Wallen or Peter Cetera?
She probably knows who Peter is. I mean, I can't get into it. I don't know. I don't know. Rick loves him. Again, he thinks he's the best musician ever. I'm like, no, no, he's not.
I've
I
heard
mean,
the
because
name, but I
yeah,
don't
we all
know.
have different tastes. I
I
mean,
don't
you
know
love
that.
Taylor Swift, and
I
You're never going to
do.
be able to afford to see her.
Never. I really want to see Shania. I can't afford to see her either.
You know, we could do what those kids at the Zach Bryan show did, pretend to be construction workers. They got in. We just need some vests and we need to carry a ladder. And when I say carry a ladder, you'll probably make me carry it because I don't feel like you're going to help me carry anything heavy.
I was just about to say the same thing about you.
Come on now, Amber. I No, I would make you carry it by
I know.
yourself. I would. I got
I
a
know
bad
that you would.
back and my knees.
You are a woman of a certain age.
We ain't getting no younger.
That's the truth.
I mean, I will say I'm getting prettier though.
You getting drunk? How gone is your drink,
Usually,
Brian? We've been rambling on for almost 22 minutes.
I know. We got a lot of people rambling with us too.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Apparently, you can get in with heads of lettuce.
For what? What?
What?
I don't even shop in the produce section.
Of course you don't. Do you eat anything green?
I mean, no. Why would I eat anything green? Because that means it could be moldy.
Green beans, lettuce, vegetables,
Mold,
kale.
mold, all mold. And kale belongs in the trash. That's how you eat kale,
Kale is
in the
delicious
trash.
in a salad smothered in my homemade ranch. We've got some in our garden right now.
You're growing kale.
Kale. Lettuce was a lot harder to grow. It all died. But
I should fly to
kale,
Alabama and just ruin that, like that section of your garden.
why
Just
would you do
take it
that?
out. Well, again,
I'm
it's
not
not
feeding.
human food.
It is human food. I'm consuming it
But why would you do that?
because it's
Why?
yummy.
Why would you even put that in your body?
Because it's something I can smother in ranch.
You can eat wings, dip those in ranch,
I can't grow
fries.
those in my garden.
You can have some chickens and kill them. I know that's
Both
too much. That's too much.
that's
I
too
know.
much. That's
I
too
know. That's
much.
way entirely too much.
I'm not that country. I have chicken neighbors, and that's plenty.
Chicken neighbors.
Robert, I also smother pizza, French fries, and anything I can find in ranch because ranch is delicious. I don't think it's a knock on the food.
I do like that he said that though. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. Thank you. At least somebody agrees with that with what I was saying.
Me and Brian saw Josh Abbott band for cheap. All great Texas acts are affordable.
Well, when they roll through Colorado, they definitely are.
So okay. So Sonia came over to my house the other day. And I had these cucumbers. They're not the size of regular cucumbers. They're like baby cucumbers. So they were like big pickles. And I said, "Hey, you want a cucumber?" And she said, "Yeah." So I brought her out a cucumber on a plate with some ranch. And I didn't cut it up or anything. I just put the cucumber on the
Oh,
plate.
that you really put a cucumber on a plate without cutting it up for a guest.
It's just
That
like this big.
that's what you really did?
It was like the size of a pickle. I wouldn't cut up a pickle for a guest.
I've never seen anybody eat a cucumber like a pickle, and I get that it's a pre-pickle, but I mean, come on. Why? You should have
Because
cut
it's
it
like
up
a
for a guest.
pickle.
You should have cut it up.
I didn't cut up mine either. I just sat down and dipped it and ate it.
That's so weird. I don't know why it's weird, but it's weird.
Is it? I don't think it is.
A little.
That's how my mom served it to me. And I knew
God.
exactly what to do with it. Dip it in ranch and eat it.
Oh God. Remind me to never ask you for a cucumber at your house ever. I will
You know
ask for
what?
something else, but not a cucumber.
You know what? It was delicious.
All right.
It was delicious.
Oh. So did she have a face of like she was surprised?
Yeah, her and Bridget instantly started making fun of me.
I mean, that's a lot to make fun of. That's also disrespectful. You should have cut up the cucumber.
Look, it was the size of a pickle. I wouldn't have cut up a pickle for
But
her.
it wasn't a pickle,
But
technically.
but it's just like it's a pre pickle.
But it's still a pre pickle. It's not quite a pickle.
But it's
You
close.
you got to cut it up. I mean, you've never gone to like a place where they have all the vegetable spreads out, where they just have a cucumber laying all over the table. Like, do you see that? I mean, is that a thing now? Just
Look,
just lay
it
the cucumber
wasn't
on the table
it
next to the
wasn't a
ranch.
big foot long cucumber. It was like this long.
But they cut them up. They always cut them up. You cut up the cucumber. That's how you properly serve a cucumber. You cut it up.
But it's just like a pickle.
But it's not quite a pickle.
But
It's a
it's like a
pre-pickle.
pickle.
It's a pre-pickle.
It's even shaped like a pickle. The size of a pickle, color of a pickle,
Look
family
how
of a
we got
pickle.
here. How did we get here?
Drinking.
Well, I guess we should wrap this up before it gets worse.
Yeah, now that I've rambled and you've rambled, I'm about done with my drink. So we'll go ahead and say goodbye. And
But
maybe we'll.
before we do, be sure to follow us on TikTok because we
Oh,
have a
yeah, we have a
TikTok now.
TikTok now.
It's at
The Hillbilly Live. THE,
three
the
words.
Hillbilly
Three
Live.
words.
I mean, one word.
But yeah, all together.
I don't know what she said before this, but we'll go ahead and end on this comment because I think it's pretty solid. So we'll see y'all tomorrow for our 15-minute morning show. We'll be live on Facebook around lunchtime. Right?
And hopefully my light works because it
Did it
went
turn
out on
off?
me here. Yeah.
Oh, God. You're going to have to buy a new one. You're going to have to buy a new one.
God dang it.
And just, notice Bridget's comment on that too because it applies still. All right. Oh, hold on. Cheers.
Clink,
Bye.
clink.